Keep tipping the lens down. Hopefully it'll catch my face. Whoa! Wow! Oh! You can see over there where the light's flashing. You can zoom in a bit. At the top of the building where the light's flashing, there was a lightning bolt that just hit it. Hey everyone, welcome back. Guess what? Yep, it's time for another lens review. I picked up another one of the lenses I tested when I was at the camera show. This one is the 17-28 f2.8 lens. Let's unbox the lens and take a look at it, and let's see what it's like. So here it is, the 17-28 f2.8. This is part of Nikon's content creator lineup of lens. It's smaller and lighter than their original S lenses. What's great about this lens that the 40-30 did not do is that this lens is internal focusing and internal zooming. Unlike that lens, which required a turn to activate it and then you can zoom, this one is a better balance. If you have to put it on a gimbal to walk around with, you don't lose your balance. Once you set it, you can zoom what you want and you're fine. I wish for an S-line lens that the 40-30 had this kind of capability, but sadly it did not. What I've been seeing is that Nikon has been creating non-S-line lenses and they've kind of put them together and call them content creator lens. We've been open for some better quality lens. This is not a bad quality lens. It would be nice if they could make a S-line or, you know, something a little bit less than that. That still is a wonderful quality lens to use, but on the smaller side. Like Sony has the G and the G Master, like S Master, you know, whatever they want to call it, to kind of give it a differentiation, but still have it has quite high quality optics. I don't think this is bad. A lot of people are saying that it's a Tamron lens. I can't say for sure. I don't really know, but the speculation is that it's basically Tamron design that Nikon co-opted, or maybe Nikon is actually making the optics for Tamron, which is what's making them better than they used to be in the old days. And Nikon is kind of saying, you know what, we'll just take that and use it for ours. All right. Now, the great thing about utilizing this lens with a Z8 is that it makes it a bit lighter than carrying around with the 24-120. Now, one should not really be vlogging with a Z8, but I have to say that I've done it before. It's a bit heavy to carry around, but in a pinch, if you need to be outside and you want to, hey, just give a little bit of report of what you're doing, it's not bad to have. So I can't complain about that. It's nice. Let's step outside for a minute here. Let's go on the balcony. So you can see back there, it is cloudy. It is drizzling a bit. Some thunder out here, but I just wanted to, you know, test out the lens and see how it's gonna manage me from dark to light, if everything will still look good. Quite sure there's some background noise out there as well. Keep tipping the lens down. Hopefully it'll catch my face. Whoa! Wow! Oh! You can see over there where the light's flashing. You can zoom in a bit. At the top of the building with lights flashing, there was a lightning bolt that just hit it. Wow, that was, yeah, I missed that one. Well, I saw it, but I didn't get it on camera. So interesting. I was like, wow. Not the best lens, I can't really zoom in on it, but yeah, the lights weren't flashing before, but it definitely took a hit and set off the lights. Yeah, thunderstorms happen here in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur at least. It seems like it rains every day between 2 and 4 p.m. and some days it is a thunderstorm. But anyhow, you're here for the lens. So let's take it out on the street, look at some videos, look at some photos, and let's see how she performs.
Change don't change like it used to. Who runs the roost round here? The coop's gone clear. Got the heart from the bass to the snares, but the word is what's keeping them here. Word to my peers, the work don't stop till the top. Think it's resting, but we're not. spread the message and it's love. I get the S and the P and the R from above. I see the restless with the keys and the palm for the bump. A bit of grinding up the herb is what I'm on. Shouts go out to mums. This one is the icy one. Go get the long johns. 50 Pret in London, if it's on then I'm on. I know they feel it when I spit, it's like the Missy song. Shut your noise, silence when I run the voice. In your ears, open your mind. Why do they talk like gangsters, but they don't move like gangsters? Why do they walk like gangsters, but they don't move like gangsters? Why do they act like gangsters, but they don't move like gangsters? Why do they rap like gangsters, but they don't move like gangsters?
The street scenes show how wide this lens is. Also, the capability to use at nighttime is really nice. The f2.8 is something that I appreciate. Now let me say this. That 16-35 I've used on the A7R5 and the FX30, taking night footage, and it was absolutely fine. But there's situations where you may require more. So this lens, having that extra stopper light, yeah, it works great. And I have to say, you know, I did some zoom in on it, and that's the thing I liked when I tested, where you just turn it and it's very simple, it's very easy to balance and it doesn't upset the camera. Now, I also have one thing that kind of bugged me, and that's like walking and taking video with the Z8. It's not really the lens, it's the Z8. The lens captures a lot of information. Throw that at 17mm, you can get the entire scene, fantastic. But I did notice some micro jitters when I was walking around with this lens, and I kind of find it a bit odd. The lens is fantastic, focuses well, you know, it does what it's supposed to do, and I'm happy with the lens. There's some challenges that I had when utilizing the 16-35 on the FTZ adapter, ETZ adapter, that kind of bugged me. And let me say this, the adapter works well overall, but I did notice some things that kind of made me decide to get this lens. And even after I did the firmware update, there was some weirdness. I'll talk about that in another video so you can see that. But yeah, I think I made a good decision with going with a Nikon lens. It's kind of the same way with the 24-105 to the 24-120. They don't exactly match up. On the photo side, not an issue. It's the video side when things kind of get a little bit wonky. So keep that in mind if you're adapting Sony lens to Nikon body. As far as photos, it's great for indoors and for those areas where you need an extra space. I love it. Lately I've been shooting a lot in black and white, so what I'm going to show you is mainly black and white. So check these out.
Mami, ¿qué más? Hay algo en ti que me tiene mal. Sé que anda puesta para el problema. Dale guaya, que yo te doy falla, falla. Deja que los cuerpos hablen, no hace falta más. Sí, ya muy bien tú sabes lo que iba a pasar. Tú me pones la mente a volar. Quiero sobrepasar los límites de tu figura, bajar por tu cuerpo y llevarte a las alturas.
So here's the setup. It's not large, and I think it balances well on the Z8. You know, for video use, I'm usually having the screen pulled out so I can have some air go back there and keep the camera cool. So utilizing it like this and just doing a quick twist to zoom in and zoom out doesn't upset the battery much. Would I like a power zoom rocker? Sure. But with this, yeah, it works fine. And as you see earlier on, I was walking around vlogging with it. So in conclusion, I think this is a fine lens. It's a great lens if you're looking for a content creator lens, and I'll call it that because Nikon basically markets this lens as one of their content creator lenses. There's a section that they have these smaller lenses, and if you do video and you do handheld stuff when you walk around, you realize that having a Heavier lens, while it does help with the balance, sometimes a bit much when you're traveling. Having something a bit smaller, and if you're going to put it in a gimbal, with this, every time you adjust, the gimbal balance is going to be off. With this lens, you don't have that issue. It zooms in internally and focuses internally, so no change in as far as the length of the lens to throw the balance off. So that's a really good thing. For me, I would prefer something a little bit lighter, but you know, it's you win some, you lose some. I guess you can't have everything. When I've seen the PZ lens for the APS-C line, I'm like, yeah, Nikon need to do that on the full frame line. If they can make it as compact as this, if it's a little bit thicker, you know, I think having internal focus and zoom in, power zoom, that's a nice thing. We wish for longer video cinema lens. Well, I said video lens, and I want a cinema lens, because if it's gonna be pure cinema lens, it's gonna be like long, heavy. You see that new 24 to 105 f2.8 from Canon. That's like the weight of a 70 to 200 lens. You need a tripod collar for that. No, that's a bit too much. So I'm curious to hear from everyone, what do you think of this lens? Are you planning on picking up one of these lenses? It is something you could see in your arsenal, or do you prefer the 14 to 28 or the 14 to 30? These are some great lenses from Nikon, but of course, your use case will determine how to utilize it. I would have wished they did a S version of this lens. It would have been nice, you know, if they had made the 14 to 30 where it was internal zooming and focusing, I would have loved it that way. The click to unlock and then zoom out is kind of annoying, but I know camera manufacturers tend to upgrade lens over time. So let's see if they come out with a new S version of the 14 to 30. I think it's a really good range, even if they extend it to maybe 35 or something. Who knows? I think that would be nice to work with, but if they don't and they just keep that range, that's still a good range. So thanks everyone. Let me know what you think about the lens in the comment section. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Shut your noise. Silence when I run the voice in your ears.